Hello, my name is Jamal Price, and the research question that I want to focus on is breaking records the sole reason why MLB players use steroids? Now, I want to touch on something here really quickly before I begin. I use the term MLB to describe both major league and minor league players. And for those of you who don't know, minor league players are what some may refer to as a farm system. It's the players that are not quite good enough to make it to the top-notch major leagues, but they are better than the rest of the competition in America. Okay, so I'm going to move on to my first source, and before I start, I just want to clarify that these sources don't all look at the same reason as to why players might use steroids other than to break records. They look at a multitude of them. Okay, so this particular source looks at, and this hasn't been looked at a lot in Major League Baseball, but are PEDs, performance enhancing drugs, or steroids, are they addictive? The player talked about here is Alex Rodriguez, and the main question appears here: does Rodriguez have a substance abuse problem? Now, the research in this article shows that steroids don't have the same initial impact as addictive drugs such as cocaine or drugs of sorts. However, over a longer extended period of time, it has been shown that steroids can have similar effects on chemicals in the brain that include dopamine, serotonin, and opioid systems. Okay, another point that this article touches on is that players may use steroids in order to avoid American stereotypes, and the stereotype focused on here is weakness. Now, up in age, players might start to get slower, lose some muscle, basically age, get older, and they may take steroids in order to get back that manly physique that they might have once had, so that they can avoid these stereotypes. Okay, so I'm going to move on to my second source. And the main topic touched on here in my second source is basically a conspiracy that the Major League or the MLB, they allowed or turned a blind eye to the usage of steroids. They knew it was going on, but due to the razzle-dazzle, the excitement that all these home runs that were created by the steroid usage in players, it created what it says here, a renaissance period for the game of baseball. They got more ratings, more people coming to the games, more money brought into the league itself. So players would use these as the league allowed, basically. And another point that is touched on, I'm going to scroll down here to 561. It's going to talk about the tension, some may say, or the difference between major league and minor league players. And the main point here, if they are able to use steroids, this might bump them up just enough so that they can get to the major league level. The professional sport of baseball and the prospects of a professional career is uncertain. However, they use these steroids basically to stay in the game. Moving on to my last source, it also reiterates this, that most steroid users aren't that we see on the news or we've seen on the news, but are just people that are in it that would be borderline players otherwise, that use it to stay in the league and make those millions of dollars that they otherwise wouldn't be able to make. And a reason that players may use the drug, which it coming down to here, is that a very small number of ball players have actually been caught, this is both major and minor leagues, have actually been caught using the drug. And that wraps it up for these first three sources. Hello, my name is Jamal Price, and the research question that I want to focus on is Is breaking records the sole reason why MLB players use steroids? Now, I want to touch on something here really quickly before I begin.